Tom Larkin asked me to write this poem 12 months ago, and I've called the poem The Way We Were. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. The way we were. Keep Bilston independent. That was the committee's aim. Thousands signed the petition. It proved to be in vain. Bilston amalgamates with Wolverhampton. Those headlines brought a frown. We're losing our independence in dear old Bilston town. So let's remember Bilston, how it was years ago, when the town had 3 cinemas and a theatre for a show. Trolley buses run through our town, the conductor shouted fares, the town's market hall, where tradesmen sold their wares. The unique market hall had character and grace, where you could buy anything, from food to cotton lace. Jack Rosa snooker hall, tables busy every day. It's where budding future champions would wait in turn to play. The town had many pubs, with a smoke room and saloon, and there was always a pianist who could knock out the tune. Remember Marshall Baxter's, Downs the butcher's too, Codsall's the toy shop, just to name a few. Joe Sutton's hot pork sandwiches went down really well, before going for a sing-song in the old Whitehall Hotel. And if you were really hungry, you would lick your lips at the thought of Campbell's, mushy pies and fish and chips. Stewart's furnaces lit the skies, they gave a mighty roar, another sight and sound, gone forevermore. Bilston Central Railway Station, hanging baskets full of flowers, snow bellow from the funnels, train spotters wait for hours. Battery-powered milk floats made a purring sound, the clink of milk bottles, the milkman's on his round. Factory balls would sound every morning 5 to 8. Workers would then hurry towards the factory gate. On a Sunday morning, the Scouts and Boys Brigade, brownies and girl guides marched proudly on parade. They played trumpet and drums, people lined the streets to see. Children march in unison, it's the church's anniversary. The town hall dances were popular, it was the main venue. Ladies and gents smartly dressed on Saturday nights would queue. Bilston's town hall clock was a landmark where people used to wait to meet one another, perhaps on a first date. The clock stopped for a while, it's working now again. It survived all the elements, the sun, the wind, the rain. Bilston's flower show carnival, people came from miles around, always something from everyone in Hickman Park ground. Bilston was a vibrant town all those years ago, where we could walk out safe and people said hello. Us Bilstonians have our memories of a town we'll always treasure, memories locked in our minds of a town that gave much pleasure. Thank you. Life then and now. Now let's recall some memories of days long ago, when we could walk out safe and people said hello. We could leave our doors unlocked, we felt safe when it felt dark. Children's laughter filled the air as they played in the park. Neighbours would help one another, times were very hard. Houses lit by gaslight and toilets in the yard. There was no social benefits then, like there are today. If people did not work, they would get no pay. People's lives were difficult in many different ways, but let us not forget, there were some carefree days. How times have changed, we have violence and crime. The guns are on our streets, there's just a thin blue line. There's waiting lists for hospitals, drugs are everywhere. Our islands are overcrowded, no one seems to care. We save for our old age, but did not realise, trying to be frugal, it's us they penalise. I wonder in years to come, when people recall their ways, could they possibly say they were the good old days? Life then and now. Life before television. Dick Barton and Snowy, they get in a fight. They always left you in suspension, tune in tomorrow night. And dear old Tommy Handley, he was really funny. And Wilfred Pickles used to say, Mabel, give him the money. Letter from America was read by Alistair Cook, and Donald Pearce would sing by the babbling brook. At 4 o'clock, without fail, the lady's favourite, Mrs. Dale, Billy Cotton and Russ Conway, we raised a laugh with Ted Ray. Rob Wilton was held in high regard. He joked about the old guard. And we mustn't forget Max Miller, known as the cheeky chappie. And dear old Charlie Chester, he kept his audience happy. Can you hear me, mother? Sandy Powell would say. And over the garden wall, Norman Evans passed time away. Les Dawson's piano playing was flat, and Tommy Cooper says just like that. We mustn't forget the ladies, no way. Hilda Baker and Tessie O'Shea. The funniest act today, it's easy to pick. It's Ken Dodd and his tickling stick. People I have mentioned, many have sadly gone, but we will never forget them, each and every one. Life before television. Remember when we were kids, ladies and gentlemen? There was no mobile phones or PlayStation or things the children have got now. I remember we used to play doctors and nurses. I was always ambulance driver, I was. Another thing we used to do, we used to knock the doors and run off. They call it parcel force now. Did you ever swing a fire can when you was a little mite? Was it full of gleeds? Did sparks light up the night? Did you play tip-cat or make a kite soar high? Did you play hide and seek or lose a fight and cry? Did you play top and whip or Marley's in the gutter? Did you have a piece of lard? Not jam, 'cause Mum had got no butter. Did you have some pocket money? In no time it had gone. Did you share your sweets with the gang when some of them had none? Did you swim in the canal? Make a slide when snow froze? Did a snowball hit the target? Knock a dewdrop off your nose? Do you recall those days and the games we used to play? In those far-off childhood days, in the distance far away? Did you ever? And do you remember, ladies and gentlemen, when we were kids playing out, if you played outside somebody else's door, somebody on the outside would always come out and say, go and pipe your own end. Go and pipe your own end, some folk used to say. When playing fields are closed, we got nowhere else to play. If you strayed away from home, you further down the road, this bloke always come out and said, do as you're told. Go and pipe your own end, or else I'll tell your dad. We only wanted to play, me and this other lad. We used to play for hours with a top and whip or ball. And on a Friday night, we got a youth club in Church Hall. On a Saturday morning, a visit to the flicks. Then my pal would be Gene Autry, and me, I'd be Tom Mix. In those far-off childhood days, we had money, not a lot. We all helped one another, thankful for what we got. Kids take things for granted now, they miss out in many ways. The gentle pace of life we knew in those far-off balmy days. Go and play your own end. Just a couple more if I might, my ladies and gentlemen. Great Britain. I'm proud of my country, but not the way it's run. We now need a new leader who has the respect of everyone. We were once Great Britain, no longer are we great. The country lost its powers. Take heed, it's not too late. We give millions to Europe, we can ill afford. Our industry's gone, most of it abroad. The towns have empty shops, owners have closed them down through rules and regulations made by some official clown. Great rulers of our country are a thing of the past. People's wishes are ignored, their needs are just bypassed. Our laws are governed by Brussels, they ignore our pleas. Hope we never need our forces, they're already overseas. Let's hope we get a leader, one with common sense, one who will fight our corner and doesn't sit on the fence. This country needs a strong leader before it's all too late, who has the strength and courage to again make Britain great. Great Britain. And they always ask me to read this poem, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll just conclude with this poem, 50 Shades of Grey. Right. Now this lady bought a paperback just the other day. Ed'll be found it in her bag. It was 50 Shades of Grey. His wife started reading it, so up he went to bed. When his wife come upstairs, the sight filled him with dread. In one hand she had handcuffs, in the other hand a whip. She put him on the bed, and then began to strip. She wore stockings and suspenders. Hubby began to sweat. I tied him to the bed. I said, "You ain't seen nothing yet." Hubby thought years ago I might have reached a peak, but I weathered well at all as 85 next week. I made suggestive movements. The sight couldn't have been much grimmer, but things went from bad to worse and tumbled off a zimmer. I climbed back on her feet a few minutes later. I put her teeth back in and says, "I'm the nominator." Hubby had another peek, and then he coughed and spluttered. He spent a month in New Cross, the last complaint he uttered. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I can't reveal no more about what occurred that day, except to say, with his jet black hair, turned 50 shades of grey. Could I just ask my friend Red Summerfield to read his poem about the Queen? It is her 90th birthday this year. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen.